Now, over the past 25 years, the Multimedia Group's focus has been about impact on a society in dire need of change. For example, in the year 2016, our documentary team uncovered for the first time extensive congestion in Ghana's prisons and the inhumane treatment prisoners are subjected to. The JoyNews series by Seth Kwame Boateng was captured in 2 documentaries titled Locked and Forgotten and Left to Rot. As we celebrate our Silver Jubilee, JoyNews' editor Fifi Kumsin looks back on the impact of the documentary that sparked major reforms here in our country's prisons.
The documentaries Locked and Forgotten and Left to Rot were a game changer in the advocacy for reforms in Ghana's prison systems. Across the country, thousands of inmates remained crammed in tiny little spaces in the prisons. Their cases had not been determined, no criminal verdict pronounced, but they were held in the most inhumane of conditions. It's a situation prison officials could do very little about. But they found a great partnership in JoyNews. Seth Kwame Boateng was on the beat. Following the revelations, the then Chief Justice, Justice Georgina Theodora Wood, was moved. She reactivated the Justice for All program, a policy to try cases right in the prisons and speed up justice delivery.
I have decided to speak to you on this, given the centrality of the issue to the hearts of Ghanaians and my own lamentations following the graphic images presented by the recent media documentary of Mr. Seth Kwame Boateng of Joy FM, and in respect of which I make the following suggestion. Unless it would disturb your appetites, and I doubt that it would, knowing that lawyers or persons in the legal profession are made of strong staff, may I suggest we watch part, if not the entire abridged version of this thought-provoking documentary.
President at the time, John Mahama, pushed the campaign even further, promising to champion more reforms in the prisons.
It is not easy to be locked away. It is a difficult thing, but the worst thing of all is to be locked away and to be forgotten. The message I bring you today is that you're not forgotten, and I've seen with my own 2 eyes what I have heard many a time about the conditions in our prisons. And I'd like to thank the 2 journalists that were acknowledged by your representative when he spoke, because I think those documentaries touched the hearts of people.
The reactivated Justice for All program saw judges deployed to the prisons across the country. Chairman of the program, Justice Clemens Honyenuga, said the reforms meant a great impact on Ghana's prisons.
We sat on 458 cases. And then we released a total of 150, which include those we discharged, those we granted bail, and those we convicted on minor offenses. The Chief Justice has allocated a secretariat. We're going to have a secretariat. The office has been allocated, and the necessary renovation is being done. And very soon we are going to have a secretariat
for Justice for All
program. It's going to be a secretariat, national secretariat for it, for which they have been appointed a director to man that secretariat. And secondly, the Chief Justice in wisdom has appointed 2 judges, 2 judges from every region to now be in charge of the program, so that it will not be necessary for us to be traveling all the way from Accra to the regions.
The Chief Justice also ensured that refresher courses were organized for all judges and magistrates across the country. For us at JoyNews and the Multimedia Group, the drive continues to shine a light on society's problems and speak truth to power. Fifi Kumsin, JoyNews.
Say that the documentary actually brought to the fore the acute congestion in most of our prisons, and ever since it has also drawn government's attention and the public attention to the congestion. Everywhere people discuss the congestion issues, and therefore A number of programs have also been put in place. As we speak, there is a remand prison under construction by government, because at first, as we have it now, we have remand population also in the same facility with the convicts, which is not the best practice. And so, following the documentary, government has also taken the step to establish a separate prison purposely for remands, which is currently under construction at an advanced stage of completion, I might say, in some medium security prison. And then also the Church of Pentecost has also come on board with the offer of establishing 5 camp prisons. As we speak, we have one under construction at Nsawam, another under construction at Ejura, and today there is there was a sword cutting ceremony at Damongo, also for another camp prison by the Church of Pentecost, which are all part of the 5 that they have promised to do for us. And so I must say these are some of the positive developments that we are seeing following that documentary. Joy FM has been a great partner to the Ghana Prison Service. We have done a lot of programs together, both on radio and on TV, and so I might say that it's been a very great relationship.
And indeed, it's been 25 years of impactful journalism. We thank you for coming along the journey with us. You're watching News Desk. Coming up in business, Ghana Revenue Authority allays fears the country could incur judgment debt as it introduces new system for clearance of goods at the ports. Details coming up shortly.